What does it mean to draw your own line? It means you're ready to examine issues, to analyze them, and take a stand. My name is Pasquale Scopelliti. I draw my own lines. I'm ready to take a stand and to stand behind my lines. And I hope to inspire you to do the same thing. Polls, polling data. Where does America stand? Who will win? Who will lose the coming election? Unlike others, I don't make predictions. What I do is analyze the current conditions and attempt, once I've drawn my lines, to understand what's happening right now. I have some guidance to offer as to how you can draw your own lines, so you don't have to let me draw my lines for you. We should begin with an example. And for that, you need to understand the term psychological operation, or PSYOP. Today's date is 15 October 2016. Another Clinton is running for president, and she has executed one of the greatest PSYOPs ever attempted over the past week. All America is sad, depressed, disconcerted. I saw relationships blow up this week that would otherwise never have suffered dissension. We all did. Clinton was able, by means of manipulating the mainstream media, to make us all feel there was no hope. She wishes to establish herself as the inevitable winner, the only reasonable, honest, and moral choice for president. Of course, she isn't saying that she will transform America forever, wiping out everything we've stood for since our revolution in 1776. We've seen the result of this PSYOP reflected in the polling. However, Hillary played her hand too soon. She played her hand too hard. And we, the American people, will not allow her to overwhelm our minds and hearts. We will elect Donald Trump president in order to save our great nation from the Clinton corruption. We need to draw the line. I draw my lines, and you must draw yours. Support, resistance. These are simple terms. If you support something, you're for it. If you resist something, you oppose it. Simple as pie, right? When it comes to numbers, to stock prices, commodities, poll numbers, or any other social measure, support and resistance lines can be drawn. But what numbers should you use, and how do you draw your lines? Myself, I use the Los Angeles Times, University of Southern California Dornsife Daybreak poll alone, and no other data. You can select any source you wish. I only recommend this. Once you select your source, stick with it, right or wrong. A single method of data collection in order to draw lines you believe in. The man who taught us all how to draw our lines was Charles Dow. Yes, of the Dow Jones, as in the Wall Street Journal and the Dow Jones Industrial Index. The most powerful analysis he ever executed was this. He said, a person watching the tide coming in and who wishes to know the exact spot which marks the high tide sets a stick in the sand at the points reached by the incoming waves until the stick reaches a position where the waves do not come up to it, and finally recede enough to show that the tide is turned. This method holds good in watching and determining the flood tide of the stock market. When you look at the charts I use and the lines I draw, you're seeing a normal guy using his analytical mind to draw a picture of a trend. I respect my analysis, and you should respect yours. I believe in America and the lines that were drawn in establishing her more than 250 years ago. That would be our Constitution. I believe that America is smart enough to understand that it is being played by Hillary Clinton and her minions. I believe that America will rise, elect Donald Trump, and take itself back to its basics, its fundamentals. If I'm wrong, my lines will have been drawn wrongly. Analysis, it's an art. not a science. But it just may be that it's time we redraw our America so that it better reflects our belief in our Constitution and the founding values of this nation. So that's why I encourage you to find your own data, draw your own lines. You don't need my mind thinking for you. You need your own mind thinking for itself.